Hello, I'm Ian Frantz. I am here for my website, frantzreports.wordpress.com. Today I am interviewing, I have a guest today, just to start off. He's a friend of mine. Would you like to introduce yourself, dear friend of mine?
Hey Ian, this is Stuglis from Twitch.
Awesome. So, what's your channel name? How I know, I going back, it's like Stolgis or Stuglis, but what's get the definitive answer right out the gate. What do you want it to be?
I guess for preference, I would just want it, like as I said, just Stuglis, but I've heard, like you said, so many different variations of it. It doesn't really matter to me at the end of the day. It's just a name.
Alrighty. So when did you start streaming?
Sometime in March, specifically, I believe it was the 21st of March, right when pandemic kind of hit the US and we went into quarantine.
Okay. Why did you start?
Uh, I get that quite a bit from my followers. Honestly, I knew as soon as everything went downhill and I was going to be stuck at home, be playing a lot more video games. So I started recording our sessions just to do highlight clips, and I realized it was taking up a lot of my memory on my computer, and I was getting a lot of recommendations to just do it on Twitch. They have a cloud and they collect all the VODs there through the cloud, and I can just take one at a time instead of slowing down my computer. Um, Not intending at all to actually turn it into anything. I got my first follower completely on accident, and it kind of sparked this, I guess, inspiration or just this excitement ever since. And I started investing a lot more time and resources into it, and I love doing it now.
Awesome. How often do you stream?
Well, so we're told to have some kind of schedule, especially starting out, just so people, your followers and your fans know when to go check you out. So I should have a schedule. I don't really have one, but usually it's in the evenings for us, Eastern time, usually between 8 p.m. and midnight. Sometimes I'll do 12-hour streams and do the entire morning of the next day. It really just depends on how I'm feeling, how chat uh, seems to interact with me.
Cool. Why did you choose Twitch?
So I think I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think Mixer was either starting to go downhill or already was stopping at that point. So there was no point in going to a dead service by any means. I did know YouTube you could do live streaming as well. But as far as the gaming aspect goes, it doesn't seem like it's very popular. It sounded like there were a lot of not the most user-friendly features with it. I did try a little bit of it, but I didn't enjoy it. Twitch, I mean, obviously it's meant for gaming for gamers. It's very user-friendly for me at least, and I had a lot of recommendations again for Twitch.
Awesome. So how has your experience been so far on the platform?
Great. It wasn't at first, I have to admit. I was actually checking my analytics right before this, and they were not good the first, I'd say, 3, 4, maybe even 5 months in. Things were very slow. I'd be lucky to get one viewer just to pop in, not even stay or say hello. I got really excited just seeing the view count change from 0. But now I have a very stable 10. I almost have a community, I'd even call it. I have a lot of regulars, people in my Discord who talk to me regularly, even about personal things that they just know about my life. And I follow a lot of small streamers as well who follow me. And we have our own little gaming community. And it's just very positive, very supportive. Definitely something that I needed during the pandemic times.
Okay. For this next question, you don't have to go into great detail, but have you made any money from streaming as of yet?
Yes, actually, I just hit a affiliate status, which allows me to get Twitch revenue as well as their, I guess you'd call it their currency and their transactions directly through their service as of late August. So within the last 2 months, I've been able to get a decent amount of revenue. I'd say enough to probably counteract the money I put into it as far as equipment goes. So I haven't seen a positive net by any means, but possibly soon, maybe in the next month or so, I'll start seeing some actual money coming out of this. But totally not what I expected whatsoever. I'm surprised I made any money off of it, to be honest with you, and I'm really happy with where I'm at.
Awesome. So do you just go strictly through Twitch, or do you have like a Streamlabs or anything like that?
I do have donations usually every month. This month it's Susan Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Research. So usually a lot of the money that I get directly from either PayPal or what have you do go directly towards my foundations for whatever I'm raising money for. But usually, yes, it is. As of the last 2 months with affiliate status, it's been through bits and their currencies that go directly to my bank account every month.
Awesome. Okay, do you take any interest in news about Twitch or look at Twitch like outside of just streaming?
I do actually. There are a few streamers that have, I'd even call them podcast or just news updates about Twitch itself. I do check a lot of people who study and analyze the service in and out as streamers themselves. I am pretty curious of it. I do have to say, as of recently, though, I have not looked about any of the updates. But I do try and keep up to date with what I can.
So like so do you look at anything that like Twitch, the company itself, releases as far as policy changes, experiments they're trying out, any kind of new partnerships that they've made, anything like that?
I can't say as of recently. When I was first starting out 6 months ago, I definitely was, because I was completely clueless with what they were, what they stood for. And I have to say, even hitting affiliate status, being an affiliate of Twitch, they do throw a lot of curveballs our way, and there are things that I don't find out until I'm already streaming or I've had a stream. Then I have to actually check TOS myself and check their services and changes to see what happened exactly.
Okay, well then that kind of goes into the crux of this interview. Um, were you aware of the experiment that they called that Twitch had concerning midstream ads?
Are these the pre-roll ads you're referring to?
No, these were actually the ads that, while the stream is going on, would just play at random points in the middle of the stream. It's not the pre-rolls, and it's not this like at once the stream is off. Like, this is something they were trying to help the streamer, is what they said in their words.
I do believe hearing of these from a few people, actually, yes. I can't say that it's happened to me, which I'm actually very grateful it hasn't. But I have heard a few cases of this happening, yes.
Okay, so you didn't notice any changes as far as ads go on your channel?
Not personally, no. I don't know if there'd be a way for me to check. I don't check my actual stream on Twitch as I'm live. And obviously you don't see them in the recordings and the VODs themselves. But no one in chat has notified me, at least in the past few weeks, that that's happened.
Okay. Well, this was actually like, it would happen in September. So I don't know if you remember anything back in September, like near the end of September, if someone would say anything, or like middle September.
I don't recall anything, no. Nothing that I wasn't planning for. I can't say no.
Okay. So, as far as like midstream ads, like, did you think you'd be interested in that, or is that something that you don't want at all? Like, what's your thoughts on it, essentially?
Well, as a very small streamer personally, I am very against them. Without trying to throw too many stabs in the back of Twitch, they say to the public that they are here for us. They're here for small streamers. They're trying to make it as easy for us and beneficial to us as possible. However, there are a few things that go far beyond these midstream commercials and advertisements that we don't necessarily want or would prefer by any means. But no, by no means would I want any ads. I try to turn my ads off I actually set the pre-roll and leave them for me to control, and then I just don't set any ads off whatsoever. I try to minimize them as much as possible. Going through the TOS when I hit affiliate status and I had to basically sign my soul away, um, you have to have hundreds upon thousands of views to actually get any kind of ad revenue, anything to be beneficial to you. And clearly, these ads aren't beneficial to your viewers. So, if anything, it's just supporting Twitch.
Okay, so going into the idea of kind of throwing curveballs at streamers, are you aware of the recent changes Twitch made concerning music streaming?
Are you referring to the copyright issues that were claims that were thrown out?
Yes.
I did hear many of which of these, thousands upon thousands of these emails. Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Do you use music on your streams?
I do, yes.
Okay. Because as far as because I'm looking at the like official like email that they all sent out,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't say anything about a timeline of where they're taking these out. A lot of people are saying it's between the years of 2017 and 2019. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, as far as these go, is there? Have you noticed anything, any changes on your channel concerning music? I know since you said you started this year, I didn't know if there would be any kind of like email you got, or if everything's been good so far.
I mean, knock on wood, I have not received any of these emails as of yet. I am aware of TOS as far as these copyright claims go. Just going back at my VODs, I'm not sure if it's an automated system or if they have people going through them. Somehow I doubt it because there are millions of VODs that go through Twitch a day, and I can't see people going through each one. However, in VODs, if there are copyright music clips of any part, they do completely mute them entirely. Every audio is completely muted if there's a copyright claim in your VOD later on that they can catch. But I have never received an email personally. I have seen the email. I have seen it being sent through to other people. I have not received it myself. Again, knock on wood. As of recently, since it's happened, I've actually used copyright-free music to prevent any of these said claims, because I have seen very big, major streamers, including partners themselves, that have completely emptied out all of their previous VODs and streams to prevent any kind of strikes.
So you have made some changes in like to your channel in an attempt to prevent these kind of emails then.
Yes. I feel after the last 6 months of trying to build up this community and having the support system that I feel I so desperately need at this point, with the pandemic and quarantine going on, I would prefer to not have that taken away from me by any means. I'm pretty sure you can only have maybe 2 or 3 strikes before your channel is removed, and I'd rather not have any, to be perfectly honest with you. So yes, I have completely changed my music to copyright free to prevent any of these strikes.
So considering this, how do you feel about the direction Twitch has kind of been going lately? Like, are you feeling that maybe this has been like just a small bump in the road, or has this kind of been like a long time thing coming? Like what's your thoughts on Twitch in its current state?
Well, I think with the pandemic, with a lot of people having the same idea as me, a lot of people are inside, a lot of people are bored. Many already have the equipment to start streaming, so they did. I believe there have been thousands, if not several thousands, of people who decided to make a Twitch since the pandemic, which I think has definitely increased the small streamer pool versus the partners and the bigger streamers. And since that has happened, since I started streaming personally, I can't say that I know my experiences before this large pool of small streamers and new incomers, but it does seem that they have made several of these changes, testing the waters out, specifically on smaller streamers. Um, not sure if it's for our benefit or theirs, but uh, it's difficult to say. I'm definitely not the person to ask, simply because I don't have an experience before all these thousands of new people came in. I think it might be Twitch's quiet way of trying to make it difficult for us or keep us out of the bigger people's space, the bigger partners, streamer space. Um, but I think they're going to continue doing things like this, striking down and making sure they have full control of their service.
Okay. Uh, if you had the opportunity to, what questions would you ask Twitch?
Oh, several things. Many things I understand. I mean, at the end of the day, they are a business, they are a company. Their first priority is money, and I completely get that. Um, I guess one of my questions, not necessarily my first question, would be supposedly they are, as they say, here for everyone. They want everyone to grow from the bottom up, and to grow, you have to start as a small streamer. Um, there have been, like I said, several things that I've encountered since I started in March, that have changed and not been for the benefit of myself or other small streamers. Um, it makes it difficult for us, and yet at the end of the day, they say that they're always here trying to make it easier for us. Um, we all know, especially affiliates that aren't quite partners yet, we could be of various sizes regardless. They can definitely um, make it challenging to stay with the service. And I won't say that I'm sad to see Mixer go, but it was nice to prevent Twitch from becoming a monopoly for sure. I know there are other services such as YouTube that you can use, but Twitch definitely seems to know that it's pretty up there on the streaming service leaderboard. So hopefully something else will come up and make it a little challenging for them to do the things they are to small streamers. But unfortunately, I can't say for sure if they're going to stop or not.
Okay, I have two final questions. I guess like a question and then like a final words from you. Um, During all this, I'd say policy changes and kind of taking advantage of the influx of users. Um, how do you feel about Twitch adding a golden kappa emote?
I don't fully understand why they did it. It kind of threw everyone off. They never told anyone. It seems it surprised many people. The second people noticed it, it blew up on everyone's stream. That second, that minute, many big streamers, if they were streaming at the same time, if not, it was afterwards and they got on. You saw them out the wazoo all over your chat. They call it the gold capital day. Like, it's just a day now. It's just a celebratory day now that it happened. I don't know why they did it. I'm happy they did it. I think it's hilarious, and I hope they do more things like that.
All right, and then final words. You know, whatever you just feel like you would like to say, even if it's just plugging your channel. I'll give the final words to you, essentially, of this interview.
That's too much power for me. I guess I would just say Twitch has been nice to me as far as providing community and allowing me to be where I am currently. But again, I will say that there have been obstacles for sure that have made things a little difficult at times. At the end of the day, Twitch has made at least my experience during quarantine much better than it could have been. I don't know where I'd be mentally without Twitch, without the community that I found and have made personally. Um, but yeah, that's I think all I have.
Awesome. You want to plug your channel before we sign off?
Sure, yeah. You guys can find me at twitch.tv/Stuglis, Stuglis. I usually stream on weekdays between 8 p.m. and midnight on weekdays, and weekends it can go all night.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking your time out. I truly appreciate you doing this with me.
No problem.
And I hope you have a good day. And everyone watching the video, I hope you have a good day. Have a good weekend. And have a good rest of the year. I mean, we only got like a little over 2 months left. So here's hoping for 2021 being better. All right.